Today's video, we're talking about the Lions OTAs. OTAs is May 28th. It's on my birthday, so I'd like to do a preview video before the OTAs occur to give you an idea at least what I would like to see the Lions do, observations we need to see, and 10 players that the Detroit Lions need to look out for in the up-and-coming OTAs. Before we get started, though, if you could go ahead and smash that subscribe button, 10 more subs will put us past 85,700. Let's get this video started. Lions OTAs is May 28th through 30. And guess what? June 3 and 5. Minicamp has been canceled. So you can go ahead and erase that June 10 through 12. Mandatory minicamp was canceled because the Lions are in the Hall of Fame game, and the coaching staff doesn't want these guys too much. So what do I want to see? I'm really looking for the Lions offense winning on 7-on-7 drills. I want to see them win. Now, why is that? Why do you want to see the offense win? Because we have a new offensive coordinator, and this team is built on offense. So I want to see this offense. Is it still smooth without Ben Johnson? John Morton coming in with Jared Goff. Can this offense continue to roll and be high speed like we've seen? This is an easy thing that we can watch to see how the 7-on-7s is going. Again, the Lions offense being smooth. I think that's all I want to see is smooth. You know, Jared Goff throwing the ball, it's placed exactly where it needs to be. Smooth offense, not a lot of hiccups because we got a new offensive coordinator. We start hearing that, we're in great shape for the Lions offense. Eyes like TeSlaa's performance. I'm really looking forward to this. There's not a lot you can really gauge, at least in some of these players. And with the Lions offense and high-powered offense, all the way from Tim Patrick, Lee Freeman, St. Brown, J-Mo, how does TeSlaa perform? Now, he may be with Hendon Hooker the whole time or with Allen, but I want to see him continue to catch the football and get separation right there. Next, Tyliek Williams' performance. Look, we drafted this guy with the 28th pick. I want to see what he can do for this football team. We didn't get to see a lot in the rookie minicamp because he was stretching up on Patricia Hill and doing a little side work. I just like to see how he would do so far. Folks, I want you to hit that notification bell. Nearly 15%, only 15% of my 85,000 subs had that notification bell hit. If you don't want to miss out on Lions news, you want to go ahead and smash it. Looking for new defense under Kalvin Sheppard. Now, how is the defense going to be placed? Where are the players going to be? 4-3-3-4. How are they going to utilize the defense? That's kind of what we're looking for, right? There's a ton of, well, not new players, but players coming back from injury. Derek Barnes, Aiden Hutchinson, blah, blah, blah. We can continue on. So I just want to see how the defense looks under Shep. It could be a little bit, it's going to be a little bit different. So we're just curious to see what it looks like over there. Now, we're going to get into 10 players who I want to watch for in this up-and-coming OTAs here. There's 10 players I want to watch, and it's important for their careers and for this season. And the first one, we're going to go with Hendon Hooker here. You know, he's a player who the Detroit Lions had and drafted to be the backup quarterback, the player behind Jared Goff. Now, last year, they brought in Teddy Bridgewater at the end of the season because they didn't fully trust Hendon Hooker. Can Hendon Hooker make the strides like Mark Brunell's been talking about? He's been talking him up, saying that Hendon Hooker is done good. He's made a lot of strides. He's developing. His foot placement is better, and he's throwing the balls more accurate. Is this trend going to continue in OTAs? A lot of people are concerned about the backup quarterback position. If he performs well, that's going to give a little bit of relief to those fans and commentators who are worried about QB2. Next player I'm watching for is Marcus Davenport. I just don't want to see him get hurt. This is practice, and this guy is worn down. His body is beat up with all the surgeries and operations and injuries. We want to see, can he stay on the field in OTAs without getting injured? We know he's a veteran. We know what he can do when he's on the field. I'm not concerned about that. Right? He is that run stopper. He gets the quarterback a little bit. His ability is fine. Lions fans are concerned about his availability, his ability to stay on the field. And so far, throughout his tenure, he has not done that. So we're watching Marcus Davenport. What is he going to do? Aiden Hutchinson. Yes, yes, yes. We're watching Aiden Hutchinson. He's recovered from his leg injury. What are they going to do? Are they just going to work him in slow? That very well could be. Are they going to put him in line drills? All that type of stuff with Hutch. He's the most important player on this defense. The most important. I think you go Aiden Hutchinson. You got Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch up there as the most important players, but you've got to have Hutch. We need pass rush. And with Davenport getting injured and with the injuries that we sustained last year in the NFL season, it was rough on us. It was rough and tough. It was. And so we need him to be on the field and see what he can do this season. I think he could be the sack leader. He could be the defensive player of the year. But you could be subscribing to this channel if you hit that sub button. We're trying to get to 85,700. We are close to being there, but you just got to help us out. Let's continue on for talking about the players that we need to watch here. Number 6 here, I got Derek Barnes. I think it's really... Let's go ahead and continue on here with the players to watch. Next I have here is David Montgomery for the Detroit Lions. This could also be Jameer Gibbs. It's more of the running backs just running in between the lines, how the hole is lit up. David Montgomery did deal with a knee injury at the end of the year. He did return. So I just want to see his ability, just where he's at, right? 100% health, and running backs, all of them. You can just literally put all of them on here. Just how they're going to have the formation. I decided just to put David Montgomery because he did have the knee injury, but we're looking at them all for sure. Next is Derek Barnes. He received an injury. He received a contract extension, and we need him on the field as that Sam linebacker this year. So just to see him out there, scooting around, walking around, showing his, recovery from after the surgery, I think that would give a lot of fans a little bit of happiness instead of some cause for concern with some of these players. Like we dealt with a lot of injuries last year, and I don't think Rodrigo, and I don't think that Lee McNeil's going to be ready, so I didn't put him on the list there. But Derek Barnes and Aiden Hutchinson for sure would be on that list. Now let's go ahead and continue on here as we go through more things. We're going to do the top 5 to what to watch for, and the next one here is the rookie Isaac TeSlaa. I want to see how well he's performing with the Detroit Lions offense. And I don't know, he'll probably be maybe second team offense. His catch and radius, again, continue to catch the football. Can he win at the line of scrimmage? We're going to watch that, right? He's going to be going against other veterans, and that's a great thing for him. I would love to see like an Ennis Rakestraw against him. I would love to see those two fight it out in OTAs. And then as we head to training camp, because that's going to be fun. You have the young Ennis versus Isaac. That would be a fun matchup to watch for sure. Next player on my list is Terrion Arnold. Look, second-year player. Want to see his development. How is he going to be doing good in year 2? I expect him to take a significant step forward. And his confidence is there. He's a confident young buck. And we just want to see how well he starts out year 2. There's nothing wrong with that in the Lions secondary. And we're going to continue with the Lions secondary with the new piece that we picked up in free agency, Mr. DJ Reed. Oh, he loved being with Kirby Joseph. Oh, he absolutely loved being with Brian Branch. I can't wait to see him out there. Now, he's replacing Carlton Davis, who was a big cog to the Lions defense and secondary. He's got pretty big shoes to fill because I thought Carlton Davis did a pretty good job when he was on the field. DJ Reed, solid corner, a little bit smaller in size. Want to see how he is covering his players. Maybe we'll see him versus Jamison Williams or St. Brown. That would be fun to watch. Number 2 on my list is the offensive line. It's basically the 2 guards here that we picked up in the draft. Tate Ratledge, right? Miles Frazier. I just put Ratledge on here because he's the first guy that we picked up. But where are they going to be now on the offensive line with the vets there? Right? Now it's not just rookies, but vets. Where's Tate going to be? Where's Miles going to be on that offensive line? Is he going to continue to practice at center? Will he be at guard? what's the players going to be for the offensive line. We got so many players out there that can play it. We're talking about Kayode Usika, Graham Glasgow, Mahogany, Tate, Skip, Giovanni Manu, the starters. The Lions' freaking offensive line right now is absolutely stacked with depth. Colby Sorsdale, I expect him to be on the third string. So these are the type of things that we're going to be watching. I cannot wait for it. Number 1 here, Jared Goff. Jared Goff. Jared Goff. Look, we got the new offense. We want to see Jared Goff command this offense and like it was nothing, right? We have Ben Johnson out there, and a lot of people contribute Jared Goff's success to Ben Johnson. Now, we don't have Ben Johnson. We have John Morton. How is Jared Goff and John Morton going to make this offense look? Is it going to be seamless? John Morton stated that he's not changing much to the Detroit Lions offense. Just different play calling. That's what he talked about. So if that's the case, how well is Jared Goff in this offense going to start out when they come out in OTAs? Is there going to be a little bit rust? Or is it going to be seamless and the players are really understanding what they are to do with this coaching staff, with John Morton in this offense? That is definitely what I'm looking forward to, because if this offense doesn't have any issues, especially in OTAs, and it's looking pretty crisp, and it continues on to be real crisp, I don't think we're going to have a problem with this offense, right? It's the players just need to be on the same page, and if it's not that much and they come out and they do a phenomenal job, hey, that's great news for our Detroit Lions, great news for our team, because I expect a little bit rust in the beginning of the season. Maybe they don't. Maybe they come out crisp. So we shall see, but those are what I'm looking for in OTAs. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.